What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we got some unfortunate news for 8th Division World Champion, Filipino superstar, iconic boxer, who is currently the WBA Welterweight World Champion, superstar boxer, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, as he was looking to have a crossover sport showdown with UFC legend superstar Conor McGregor. But unfortunately, Conor McGregor informs Manny Pacquiao that he is no longer interested in taking the fight. Manny Pacquiao stated that he wanted to fight Conor McGregor as his rival, retired Hall of Famer, former 5 Division World Champion, former pound for pound king, the man known as Money, 50-0, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather took on Conor McGregor, and he defeated and knocked out Conor McGregor. Manny Pacquiao once upon a time stated that Floyd Mayweather fighting Conor McGregor and not fighting him in a rematch was making a mockery of the sport of boxing. Now, Manny Pacquiao says he himself would like to know what it feels like to be in the ring with a UFC superstar and a combat MMA combat athlete. Well, Manny Pacquiao has been out the ring for 2 years. The last time we saw Manny Pacquiao was when he defeated former unified WBC, WBA, welterweight world champion superstar boxer Keith one-time Thurman for his WBA title. Keith Thurman was stripped of the WBC title due to inactivity, so Manny Pacquiao fought Keith Thurman for the WBA title, in which Manny Pacquiao won the fight against Keith Thurman. With that said, Manny Pacquiao has been inactive since that time. And now, Manny Pacquiao has stated that he wanted to come back and fight Conor McGregor, and then he wanted to have a massive showdown with that affects the ranking system. More notably, against unified WBC, IBF, welterweight world champion superstar boxer, Earl the Truth Spence Jr. With that said, Manny Pacquiao stated that he wanted to first step in the ring with Conor McGregor, and get his feet wet, right? The WBA informed Manny Pacquiao if Manny Pacquiao indeed went the direction of fighting Conor McGregor, that he run the risk of them possibly stripping him because of his inactivity. And due to the fact that he's been inactive and hasn't defended the title, obviously we're dealing with a global pandemic. Obviously we're dealing with social distancing. So the WBA gave him an extension. They're being lenient with Manny Pacquiao. With that said, Manny Pacquiao's last been seen in the ring July of 2019 when he fought Keith Thurman, July 20th of 2019. With that said, the WBA is willing to strip Manny Pacquiao at this point in time if he doesn't defend the title against somebody in the top 10 ranking system, which led most people to believe that Manny Pacquiao was going to face 4 Division world champion Mexican superstar boxer Mikey Garcia, because Mikey Garcia is ranked number 4 in the WBA ranking system. So with that said, it looked like Mikey Garcia was going to be the opponent that Manny Pacquiao used to satisfy his WBA ranking system, so he indeed wouldn't be stripped of the title. Okay? Manny Pacquiao is now 42 years of age. Manny Pacquiao stands at 5'5", 67-inch arm reach. He has a resume, 62 wins, 7 losses, 2 draws on his resume, 39 wins by knockout. He himself was knocked out 3 times. With that said, Manny Pacquiao is a legend. 42 years of age. Not too many people are expecting too much out of Manny Pacquiao. But the fact that Manny Pacquiao is holding that WBA title, and there's some huge fights on the horizon for undisputed at that welterweight limit. You got undefeated 3 Division world champion WBO welterweight superstar boxer Terrence Bud Crawford, who's viewed as the best pound for pound fighter in the world, and you have Manny Pacquiao. Obviously, Errol Spence holds 2 belts. So with that said, most people felt it would be in his best interest for Manny Pacquiao to fight Mikey Garcia than go in a unification bout. Manny Pacquiao in his career has never been undisputed, so he has a path to undisputed. But with that said, most people want to see Manny Pacquiao fight Errol Spence Jr. Why? Because it's a unification bout. It's a passing of the torch type of fight. They're both southpaws. Errol Spence obviously is 12 years younger than Manny Pacquiao. So people want to see unifications. We want to see undisputed at the welterweight division, and you have major players holding the belts. So it makes it that much more intriguing that you have mega massive fights on the verge of happening for undisputed. So it's not just your regular B fighters or C class fighters. These are all A plus type Hall of Fame fighters that could fight for undisputed unification bouts on the road to undisputed, and we could somewhat mimic the golden era with Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, and Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Right? We have a situation and scenario like that, more so brewing in the lightweight division, but we have a round robin because you have Sean Porter, two-time welterweight world champion, Danny Garcia, two-division world champion, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, and Keith Thurman, still all in the mix. And Mikey Garcia, you could throw Mikey Garcia in the mix. Mikey Garcia is 33 years of age, stands at 5'6", 68-inch arm reach, and Mikey Garcia was last seen in the ring February 29th of 2020 when he defeated Jesse Vargas via unanimous decision. So most people felt that Manny Pacquiao would come back after a 2-year layoff and face off against Mikey Garcia, which has implications on the ranking system. Okay, it's not just a big money fight. It's just not an exhibition. So with that said, Conor McGregor stated that after his fight, because Conor McGregor has a fight coming up this Saturday, tomorrow night, which is a huge rematch for Conor McGregor. And Conor McGregor, he won the first fight. This first fight. Now he will be facing off, once again against Dustin Poirier, who is 26-6. Conor McGregor in the UFC is 22-4. They fought already, and Conor McGregor won the fight. Now Conor McGregor is going into a rematch with Dustin Poirier, and Conor McGregor is stating that he needs his rematch with Khabib. That was the biggest fight in the UFC, and Conor McGregor lost that fight. There was a lot of build-up. It was an exciting fight. It was a massive fight, and Conor McGregor lost the fight. Khabib has since retired. He had some issues due to his family, and he stated that, with his father not being present, he wasn't no longer going to fight. But now he's saying that he may be having second thoughts. He may step back into the octagon once again. And Conor McGregor is saying that he needs that fight with Khabib, not with Manny Pacquiao. So he wants to work on his own legacy in his own sport. This leaves Manny Pacquiao to have to go the route of fighting Mikey Garcia to keep his title, and then go into a huge unification, massive pay-per-view showdown with Errol Spence Jr. later on in the year. So for boxing fans, this is great news because now Manny Pacquiao is either going to have to vacate the belts or he's going to have to fight somebody at the top of the ranking system in the sport of boxing, not in an exhibition bout with a UFC superstar who Manny Pacquiao is 99.9% chance going to win the fight because it's in the sport of boxing. And no matter the fact that Conor McGregor obviously is the bigger man, Conor McGregor is not a boxer, okay? Conor McGregor stands at 5'9". He fights at 170 pounds. The UFC weight classes are completely different than that of, the sport of boxing. So Conor McGregor is a completely bigger guy. He's 32 years of age. So you want to see Conor McGregor against guys, in the UFC, and you want to see Manny Pacquiao against guys in the sport of boxing. So this leaves Manny Pacquiao forced to have to either vacate the belt, fight somebody in the ranking system, or possibly go into a massive showdown as he's looking for huge paydays. So he's looking for legacy fights. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, they're going to be on the table. He already stated that his plan was to fight Conor McGregor and then fight Errol Spence. That was his 2-fight plan for 2021. Well, that has since now obviously is going to change. He's going to have to fight somebody else en route to fighting Errol Spence Jr. I don't expect Manny Pacquiao to go straight away off a 2-year layoff into a unification bout with Errol Spence Jr. But I can see him going into a fight with Mikey Garcia. And there was some sort of verbal agreements in principle that they would have this fight, Mikey Garcia and Manny Pacquiao. This is going to be eerie similar to Manny Pacquiao's showdowns with legendary former 4-division Mexican superstar boxer Juan Manuel Marquez, right? They have 4 fights. Mikey Garcia has a lot of resemblance of Juan Manuel Marquez. So it'll sell. It'll be a big draw because Mikey Garcia has a huge fan base. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao is a legend in the sport of boxing. So it definitely would do big numbers en route to. I'm expecting Manny Pacquiao to win the fight. He just has all the advantages, in my opinion. He has the hand speed, the power, the foot speed, and he has the experience over Mikey Garcia. So en route to fighting Errol Spence Jr. in unification bout. So let's see how this plays out and unfolds. And first things first, another thing is that hinges on this is Conor McGregor. If he loses tomorrow night, that's going to speak volumes as well. The fight he already lost to Floyd Mayweather. He lost to Khabib. If he loses tomorrow night against Poirier, right? Then guess what? It goes by the wayside Manny Pacquiao fight as well. It don't carry the same luster. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.